Welcome along then to the Circuit Paul Ricard, home of the French Grand Prix, home race of the Renault team, and of course a number of the drivers on the grid as well. Of the 14 races held here up until 1990, 5 were won by a Frenchman, and 4 of those, of course, were Alain Prost. I wonder who'll add their name to that winners list today. Let's run you.
Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. This is F1 2019, last question mark career. Here's the lineup.
And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Magnussen, Charles Leclerc and Stroll, Gasly, Perez, Vettel and Nico Hülkenberg, Sainz, Grosjean, George Russell and Giovinazzi, Kubica, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat and the Professor. Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty, and Alexander Albon picks up the last spot.
Ooh, I'm not starting from last.
Moments away.
It's only the second time that's happened.
Down to the track.
1.5 seasons. Alright, so this is episode number 11 of the series, and of course we start from last place,
Don't let me down.
or in this case 18th, and try to fight our way through the field. This is the French Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. Let's get this race going. Wow, that was a quick start there. A little unexpected, but I reacted fairly quickly, but you know how this game is. Difficult turn 1! I was not expecting them to back up that much, and I thought I would have enough time with the gap to go around to the right side. Wow, Albon just squeezed me out. Ooh, way wide. Come on. Give me room to run here. There we go. Big 3 wide group in front of me, and
Start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
there we go. That's definitely one of the places to make a move. Oh, no, no. Oh, come on. That was the left side of the wing again. Not the right side, but sorry, Raikkonen. Well, now I've got double yellow on the wing. That's not good. But hasn't affected us too much so far. So far. Okay, we need to start turning this down. Looks like the ride height's just a little bit low here. Definitely feeling and hearing little bumps with the ground. Not quite turning as well, but I think I'm still turning better than the field. Not quite where I need to be. It is definitely costing me a little bit, that damage to the wing. But we're hanging in there. Huge gap behind us. So we have effectively pulled away from them. So 13th is now secure. I'm going to try braking a little bit earlier. See if we can't get strong exits. Yeah, we're not going purple, so I definitely won't challenge the front of the field with this damaged wing, but let's see, we're still closing up. Grosjean, the next target. We'll still get into the points today, and actually there's a whole bunch of cars just in front of us here. So if we can get by even 4 or 5, we're looking at a good solid day still. There we go. Took 1 lap to catch up, but we've done it.
Is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS
Just in time for the DRS to kick in. Catching up's one thing. Passing might be another in my current predicament of the wing.
The energy store is getting warm, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you
awesome.
hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Come on. Let's go. Let's get up there. Slightly off the pace from the last lap. Okay, here's going to be a chance coming up. Woo. Oh. Come on, Grosjean. Punt me, I'm going to punt you. Apparently we're playing football instead of driving Formula 1 cars. Actually, Grosjean's done that exact same thing here multiple times, so why am I not surprised that he does it there? Ooh, no DRS though.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds.
I'm fine.
We're leading our teammate by 4.9 seconds.
Never saw when I went past Giovinazzi, but we did. P12, another little gap to close here before we'll get to these guys. Hulkenberg's the next target. That's Hulkenberg still in a Renault. Ooh, still didn't get DRS. Thought I got close enough. Clearly not, but he had DRS, so he did pull a gap out in front. Just went purple in Sector 1. Starting to think purple was out of reach. Okay, now we're back up here. Turn the fuel mix down for a little bit. Come on, turn, 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 turn! Now we turn it back up.
This is your final lap of the race.
Lost a lot there in the Sector 3. It's hard to make a pass with the downforce loss that I have with this wing. We're right there. We are running out of spare fuel though. Oh, yeah, that was not a good pass attempt. That was definitely not a good pass attempt. Okay, this is going to be about it. This is kind of the last good passing area. I'm going to try to switch back here. Oh, I was not looking to take out the McLaren. I was looking to get in the gap in between these two guys. Okay, well, let's go back to here. we go again. Try the switchback. Oh, now this time I'm too far back. But he actually gives me the racing room. Oh, he rides my side pod. That was on him because he didn't block me in the first place. So that's only 11th though. So we still come up short of the points, but I guess 11th is okay for the team that I'm on. Still a good finish, well ahead of my teammate. Definitely faster than my teammate.
And a fantastic win for Mercedes.
And with that damaged wing,
How do you think they were able to set themselves
took that little bit out of me and knocked me down to 80%. And maybe 70%.
It doesn't matter how much.
So after a
Looks like Hamilton came out on top. Yes, he did.
making their way to the podium.
Max was third, Bottas was second.
Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' stand.
Joe took
Lewis
fourth.
Hamilton takes the lead of the drivers' championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you?
He also had the purple, but
yes.
yes, I was second and a half faster than Giovinazzi, so.
But they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Hamilton 7 points clear of his teammate after beating him here. And taking that 8-point difference. The new team still sits on 4 points. 2 of those for me. I've only been able to get into the points once so far. We had 2 upgrades going into this race. We have a chance for 3 heading into the next. If we get even 1 or 2 of those, I think we should do pretty well in Austria if I keep the car clean. Let's go with that. Chassis department. Be a nice boost.
Underestimated you, didn't we?
There we go. Little alpha
It wasn't
rep.
the cleanest race today, was it?
No comment. Thanks for 2 positive comments though.
Great.
Questions?
Well, that's everything.
Because you normally nail me with the bad stuff. Yeah, 2 out of 3 is decent. Alright, so there's 1 race in the books for this episode. Things are looking a little more comfortable. I think we are up for a contract renegotiation, and this was a good race leading up to that. Of course, the downside for me is no matter what I do, I can't get ahead of my teammates because they finish. Unless I can start getting podiums, I'm never going to beat them. Or if they start picking up penalties. Just because I'm always going to lose 2 points in qualifying. So rivalries are definitely the bane of my existence. We do pick up 500 there, and that team goal is going to help us a lot. Yes, look at that reputation growth. Maybe we do have a future in Formula One.
The kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
Alright, our old contract and new contract are probably going to look very similar because our value is just above the contract value line. So 15, 15, and a few level 1s is where we were. I'm going to fail this every time anyway, so we can take that up. Let's bring that down to 15. Go first. Don't need pit stops. And I don't know if we can get 2 and 2. Let's try level 1. This is kind of the only uptick, but then the qualifying position going up should help us offset. Oh, hello.
The new contract will take effect
Made it
from the
easily.
next race weekend.
Well, apparently I could have asked for both of them level 2. That's okay. Bumping up that qualifying position by 4 spots made a big difference. Considering I always fail, might as well shoot for the moon, because it makes no difference. And I actually don't participate in qualifying, so it doesn't affect me one way or the other. Again, 3 upgrades on the way already, so we're all set on that part. I now have good morale in all 3 departments that matter. And we move on to the next race weekend. We head to Austria. This is always one of my quickest tracks, but it's not the easiest track to pass on. It's definitely not the easiest track to pass on, especially the corners. France is so much easier. Sochi is the easiest to pass on. Austria is a little difficult to pass on. Not like some tracks, but it's a little bit challenging, for sure. Alright, let's see. What is the... Nice, that's an achievable program. That'll get done in the simulation. I was hoping for 2 of 3. Considering we had about an 70 to 85% chance on all of them, we should have gotten 2 out of 3. No, just 1. At least we have more engine power, but we're going to have to waste resource points on getting those 2 done for next week. That's disappointing. We start with recovering both of these. Yeah, 12%. That's all we have for a failure chance on that one, but it failed anyway. We're already the furthest behind in the aero department. That one, 22% chance, so it is a bigger chance of failure, but at least it'll be done next week. And we don't have any points left for an engine upgrade, but if we get there, put something into it. You can see gaps are actually opening up, so even though I had a new upgrade, Haas has pulled away from us a bit from where they were. We were definitely closer. Same with Racing Point, so both of them look like they've got some big upgrades. They do. Even Renault, Ferrari, McLaren, all upgrades. Williams and Toro Rosso. So we should have had 3 upgrades ready, but we lose ground to everybody but Renault. Not counting those top 2 teams because they're way too far gone, but that's actually highly disappointing. 2 of those 3 failed. Just the one more would have pretty much covered everybody off. So this actually could be a difficult race as we're looking to be back in the bottom 3 again, and a somewhat difficult to pass track. I need to keep the wing in one piece for sure for this race. Because of the tight corners, you really need that downforce. Alright, 5:30 is not going to be enough. So we're going to skip to the race. So no engine upgrade on the way right now. And before the last race, I checked on some engine components, and I actually had a couple things that were right around 50% that I probably should do something about. But now that we're already to the race itself, well, hey, the rules are start from last anyway, so let's take a second. And, ooh, yeah, there you go. They're a bit further than that 50% they were on, and even the MGUK ends up over 50%, so... We're going to take some penalties here. And we're going to push ourselves back from last to, last. How about start us from pit lane? No? Hey, F1 2020, right? Sometime. Sooner or later. Maybe never. I don't know why they can't figure out pit lane starts.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg.
I actually really enjoy that. Just sitting there at the end of the pit lane, locked on the clutch and everything like everybody else, waiting, and then a red light at the end of the pit lane that then goes green. That'd be cool. Alright, so in Spielberg, Austrian Grand Prix. Bottas sounds like he'll be on pole.
Edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc.
The Ferrari, fourth best car, all the way up to third. Great qualifying by Leclerc. Teammates nowhere to be seen.
Sebastian Vettel and Albon, Russell, Kubica, the Professor, and Kimi Raikkonen. Fiat, they'll be starting further back.
How am I starting from 17th? Okay. I change a million parts and I'm starting from 17th. The highest start I've ever had. Don't understand it, but that's not for me to
We're
understand.
not starting where we wanted. We'll need to fight our way up the grid today.
Well, then let's do it. Doesn't matter the way the starts are anyway. You're always down on power compared to everybody else. Long one here. I did not pull a Kimi. We get a clean start. And we go around to the outside. And back out there. We get a little touch of Albon's gearbox. Wow, that's already Vettel in P14. No, no, too much. Oh, no, come on.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Alright, well, I don't like the wing damage, but this time I'm going to stop a lot sooner. I can't afford any more wing damage. Already near the points. Just 2 spots out. Little touch. Big save. But that wing is definitely off. Can't go flat out. Yeah, that didn't work out. Alright, we still have 70%. That's good. I gotta figure out where I need to start making moves. Like, right here, right now. All the way to the grass. Ah, you... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use a flashback this time. Squeezed me all the way off the road. I should have gone back to the other way. Pushed me off into the grass. He gave me a car's width, I guess, in the end. We'll go all the way back to here. Ooh, we'll go to the outside. Still there. There we go. Now we come across. Get the position. It's P11. There's my teammate. In the points, but not for long. Not if I can help it. This time, we throw it to the inside. Have it save herself enough room to brake.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
And we're in the points. Okay, we've got a lot of spare fuel too. Ugh, way to the outside. We'll see if I have to give that back. Nope, no warning. Around the sausage. Ah, that was close. Right up to Sainz's gearbox. No contact though. Oh, I really was trying to push it to get a strong exit. Pushed it all the way to the edge. Remember, I do have a slightly damaged wing, so it's hard to push it the way you would normally here. Gasly blocking us off. We're going to take to the outside here in a minute.
Teammate behind is 1.5 seconds.
Again, we're going to go wide. But we had already completed the pass, so we're not forced to give it back. Apparently I entered in a safe manner, right? Not turning, not turning. Whoop! Okay. Massive oversteer there, or understeer. That time we got slowed down. Too far back to make a move here, so we're gonna wait. Oh, Leclerc! I was gonna use the undercut and he brake checked me.
You've got front wing damage, but only a few laps left. If you can live with it, stay out.
We are. We're gonna stay out, and I'm gonna live with it. My mistake. Leclerc just outdrove me there, brake checked me, blocked the racing line. I was gonna use the switchback, and then he just was there, braking early, caught me out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more positions as I pull a Verstappen on Leclerc, but instead of scooting out of the way, he rides me. It's at the same turn, wasn't it? Or was it this turn? I think it was that turn. It was up the hill, not down the hill. So I pull a Verstappen on Leclerc and don't even get a warning. And neither did he. But turning is a lot more challenging right now. The extra wing damage is now really debilitating me. But hey, we're in P6. We're definitely not going to catch Magnussen. Fantastic finish. Elbows were way out on that one, but we made it work. P6, second highest finish of my career, highest finish with Alfa Romeo. And I just, doubled our points up, more than doubled the team's points on the entirety of the season so far.
Even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
That was the other YouTubers cutscene right there.
Up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them.
Rava, WTF1, at least both of them were in there. If I look closer, maybe there's a Jimmy Broadband. Max takes the win today over Bottas and then Hamilton. I'm sure a lot of people are happy to have Red Bull competing back on top again.
But it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say
Purple.
is a contender for driver
Got a bonus
of the day?
point.
I have to give it to the Professor. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
Let's move on to the
I don't know if I was that patient. 29 points now.
One weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Red Bull up to second in the constructors. McLaren slips to third. Ferrari just 115 points. My team with 13 now. We move ahead of Racing Point for 7th place. But in that drivers, that's 29 points this season. So that's a pretty good total. We've already outscored last season, I think. Yes, we did. I think we only had about 16 last season.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
Let's go with the Arrow. Oh, that was chassis.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Great team behind me.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
No, I do not. But I'll take your 2 out of 3 positive questions again.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Sometimes you just gotta get your elbows out. There's your comment. And we did. That last hit with Leclerc, he caught me out. But I'm glad that I was able to get the pass on him in the end, despite the damage that came with it. See, we're back down by 4. So we were down by 2, but they are counting those qualifying points. So over and over again, I'm gonna just keep losing rivalries because I can only match on the weekend unless I can get a podium. And maybe if we get the car far enough along, I can do it. We're not that far away. 6th, we've finished 5th once. That rep is going up though. We have not been with Alfa Romeo for long, but that rep has gone the right
result.
direction.
Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one. Looks like one of your rivals has also been invited to a historical event.
See
This
what
could be
we
a
can
good
do
opportunity to play
here.
up your rivalry for the press and expand your reputation.
We're looking at ERS, fuel, or just straight up engine power, which we can't avoid that one. So I think we're due for let's try to make that ERS last a little bit longer. Ooh, 35% failure chance. That's the one that succeeded, by the way. It was the engine. Alright, well, we still have time for one more. It's Silverstone. It's written. It's one that I should be able to make passes on. But the S's, the switchbacks, Maggots, Beckett's, I have the pace. But it's hard to make passes through there. So where do you pass? That's the thing about Silverstone, is where are you able to make the moves? So keeping my wing in check is going to be difficult. Having the patience, finding the places where we can actually make a move. Oh, all 3 succeeded. I know 2 of those were guaranteed because they had already previously failed, but 3 upgrades to the car. Now I'm curious, where do we sit? Well, let's wait to find out because we're going to simulate the practice session. Going to give us a few points prior to the race. I might be able to get 1 upgrade on the go, hopefully. Partially depends on how many points we can pull out of this. Now, a year ago at this time, I would have worried about stepping into Silverstone without practice, without qualifying, and just going straight into the race. But I know it now. I've got it. I can comfortably step in, and with 734, I think we can get an upgrade. Before we skip ahead, let's look at that progress history. There you go. We just left Williams and Toro Rosso behind, and we have rejoined or at least have joined, Racing Point, Haas, and Renault in the midfield. Now that I'm there, we'll see if that helps us make some moves. But Ferrari, with huge upgrades, and that's 4 weeks in a row of massive upgrades for Ferrari. They've actually rejoined the top of the grid and overtaken the McLaren. A little bit sad to see, though. It was nice to see a team not just in the mix but ahead of them, but they're moving back up. So now again we've got a top group, a middle group, and some back markers. But let's see what we can do with 700 points. Aero is where we lack the most, so let's see. 700 is enough. Front downforce, let's get right on it then. 22% and ready for Germany. It's where we're the weakest. When you look at it, chassis, 4th from bottom. Aero, we are bottom. And now a bit closer after that major upgrade. Powertrain, 5th from bottom. So, middle of the pack in a couple areas. This one doesn't even show up as anything. We're definitely coming along though. Oh, I was going to look at the engine and see if we needed to change anything out for this race. That's okay. We'll just get through it, especially with the time that we have left. I think we might push a few minutes long on this episode to get through this race. In which case, we'll do the hustle. We're going to jump straight into the race. We'll see who the front row are anyway, and then we'll stop there.
The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position.
Mercedes won too. And as far as we know, we're starting from last.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them.
Duly noted. That's a Williams beside us. Kvyat ahead. Decent start. Oh, I didn't start in last again. Oh, and it's Gio. And we've survived turn 1 despite incoming contact. Come on. Oh, he's hit my right rear. No! I almost survived it. We're gonna go right up the middle here, and what happens? Okay, let's see, where can we recover this? Do we just try this again right about here? There we go. Okay. Into 16th. Ah! My bad. Not a good pass. I just had the speed. They don't let you get through the inside even if you go to the grass. So right here on exit, there we go. Try around the outside. Can't get enough.
We're looking good from the start.
Backing off a little bit early. We're just coasting through here. So again, this is not the place to pass. But on the exit, definitely is. Ah! You son of a gun. Nope. You're not going to give me any room to run. No matter which side I go to.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
On the exit. Why do you gotta hit me there? And take yourself out. I had you up the inside. I had you beat. Ooh, trying to take the outside did not work too well for me there. I was trying to do essentially what we did last lap. And it was actually Hulkenberg, wasn't it? He got around Stroll after that. Because we have a real advantage on that corner that I can't seem to take advantage of. Just trying to run wide. Don't need to double brake there. It's one thing I don't like about the flashbacks is it's so easy for them to kind of disrupt what you're doing. Throws you off. It really does. Good exit. I don't think we're gonna be close enough, so I'm gonna back off. Whoa! I was not planning on making a move at all. He was just really slow because Grosjean backed him up.
Race officials have enabled DRS.
So Grosjean just made that pass possible. I have to just lift slightly through one. Can't quite go flat out through there. Okay, good exit. P11. Uh-oh. Gonna let me go? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, Charles. Okay, no. Sorry. I almost made that work. Go from here. Come on. Gasly. They just do not like giving you a car's width, do they? Get them on the exit. Little lift. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, P9.
Good job. Nice overtake.
We used a couple flashbacks though, haven't we? Not exactly the best race. And definitely not the best exit there. Okay. Now the good thing about using the rich mix in this race is that I'm doing so much coasting through Maggots and Beckett's because my pace compared to them, what I could do versus what I kind of have to do with the car in front of me and no room to pass. Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about, though. See how much harder that is? I think that's the first pass I've ever made through that section. That was crazy. In a regular race with AI up, that never would have worked. Okay, so we're up to P8, and it's Verstappen. Whoa, way too much sausage there. That hurt. Here comes Perez. Just lifted briefly, especially since we were down on speed a little bit anyway. I was going to have a look to the inside. Woo. Okay, we drifted our way through there. Since I saved it, we'll keep going. But with that extra weak damage, it's going to be hard to get any more positions. Got Verstappen, both Ferraris just in front there. Oh, come on. I'm really feeling this wing damage. I couldn't have done the whole race like this. If it wasn't the last lap, I would have had to stop. Let's see how much slower I was, and I had to use the entire road. Still made that turn though. Whew. Hey, we got there. We got into the points. It was really only the last lap where I ran into any major problems. We had light damage until that final lap. And I got to practice my drifting. That was nice.
What do you think it was, Ant?
Cost me a couple seconds, but recovered nicely from it.
Smart time management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory.
Gained the most positions through the first 3 turns.
Victory today. Everybody played their part.
And down, what is that, Hanger Straight?
To Mercedes, your race winners today.
Or is that the other? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the names. Kind of know some of them. Hamilton takes the win over Magnussen in the podium. He still has yet to have a career victory in this playthrough, but now with Red Bull, he's getting these opportunities. It's the first time I think I've seen him on the podium.
Updated driver standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to the Professor. Look
Up
at
to
where
10th.
they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula 1, so it was a great effort.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula 1.
Alright. Well, that was a solid set of races. Plenty of points. We're up to 33 now. The team went from 4 points to, what do we have now? 17. So we added 13 points. That's a good few races. I'll take it. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Be sure to leave a like. Keep this series chugging along. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.